Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor, and we're going to be taking a look at the Week 1 matchups in Speedball. Normally I'd be doing a highlight show and going over the highlights and doing some coach interviews and all that stuff, but we're going to just have a preview for before Week 1 starts, which will be this week, and we're going to take a look at all these matchups. So this week we have Northern Lions and my sack going up against Dodgers Halflings. We have the Funny Farm of Knorr going up against Force's Dog and Bone. We have Quill 18's the Brussels Stouts against Rule Britannia of Unit Lost. And then we have Total Biscuits Mad Bombers going up against Tales of Lumens, Tales of Rats. And then we have Strippin's Would Not Bang going up against My Dark Rainbows. All look to be good first week matches. So the first matchup we have here is Northern Lion against Dodger. If we take a look at Northern Lion even, his team, he has the Dwarves, and he has 5 blockers, 2 runners, 2 blitzers, and 2 troll slayers. Now, these are all very bashy, hard to take down players. They're all very strong because they have 3 strength, but they also have block, and all these blockers have tackle. Thick Skull makes it even harder to injure them or knock them out. The runners have sure hands, so they're going to be the ones running the ball, of course, but only 4 movement for the blockers and 6 movement for the runners. Blitzers both have block as well. They actually are not as good as the blockers, who have tackle, so players with dodge are not going to have a good day. The Troll Slayers are Block, Thick Skull, Dauntless, and Frenzy. If you read Dauntless, only works when the player attempts to block an opponent who is stronger than himself. Roll a d6, add its strength to his strength. So essentially, you get some more strength to bash up someone. But against the Halflings, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I sense a lot of Halfling deaths in this upcoming match. So if we head down to Dodger's team, we will see that she has 2 tree men, who are both very strong. She has all these halflings who have dodge, right stuff, and stunty. Right stuff makes it so the tree men can throw them. The stunty makes it so they can avoid more than one tackle zone if they're in more than one tackle zone. And dodge is not a good skill to have against the dwarves because they have tackle. At least half of them do, so that'll get negated. She also only has a 570 team value because she's going to buy a halfling chef. And what that does is she will roll 3 dice at the start of each match, and if she gets 3 rolls of, say, 4, 5, or 6, any 4, 5, or 6, she will steal one of his rerolls and give one to herself. So that's how powerful the Master Chef is. You can just steal your opponent's rerolls. So we'll see how that works out. It's very possible that she could use her experience in the game as well to win this, but it's going to be a good matchup. Next up, we have Knorr's Funny Farm taking on Dog and Bone of Forced Strategy. He is the vampires, Knorr, and he has 3 vampires who are very good players. They have 6 movement, 4 strength, and 4 agility, and 8 armor, so really good stats, but they have Bloodlust. And what that does is, if they roll a 1, they have to bite a thrall, or their turn's over. So that is their downfall. So thralls can also get injured from that, and you never know. So you really gotta hope you don't roll 1s on the vampires. But if he can get some good rolls, he can be a really hard to defeat player. He also has a lot of experience in Blood Bowl. Hypnotic Gaze is something I looked at where it's like, I guess you can stun players. So wait, if the agility roll is successful, then opposing player loses his tackle zones and may not catch, intercept, or pass the ball, assist another player, or more voluntarily until the start of his next. So that's a nice ability to have, but we'll see how well this works out for him. The thralls aren't bad either. 3 strength, 3 agility, 6 movement, so really the big thing is Bloodlust with the vampire team. And Force is going to be playing the necromantic team, so he has his zombies, who have low agility, but they have 3 strength, so they'll be able to take on all of Knorr's thralls on the line. He's got the ghouls, who both have dodge, so they're not bad ball carriers, but I think the best ball carriers are going to be his werewolves, who have Claw Frenzy, so they can bash people and get close to them. They have 8 movement, so I think ghouls or werewolves would be good ball carriers for him. It depends if he wants to do a lot of dodging and kind of blitz with his werewolves and take some people out with Claw, which is when an opponent is knocked down by this or played the armor roll of 8 or more after modifications automatically breaks armor. So it makes breaking the armor easier, essentially. And the whites have block, so they're also good blitzers or good at tying players up and all those types of things. He's got 3 rerolls. He's got a Necromancer, which it means that he doesn't have an Apothecary, which heals his players or changes the outcome of injuries, potentially. He has Regeneration, which is he rolls a dice. On a 1 to 3, the player suffers the injury result. On 4 to 6, he will heal their injury, but is placed in the reserves box. So that's really good, unless you don't get good rolls. Then it's not good. But I think this is going to be an even matchup. Some people might favor Knorr because he's got experience, but I'm thinking that this could go either way. I'll give Knorr the 60-40. That's what I'll say with this matchup. Then we have Quill 18's Brussels Stouts taking on Unit Loss Gaming and the humans. He is playing the Orcs, so Black Orcs, of course, very strong, slow-moving, very bashy, hard to take down, good line play. You got the Blitzers, who all have block, with pretty decent stats for that, so nice to have 4 Blitzers, all with block and pretty good stats. Then you got the 2 linemen, who are pretty much the Blitzers without block and 1 less movement, so not as good there. But then you got the Thrower, who is Monty Zoomer for his team, who's got pass and sure hands, and obviously you want the ball to be in Monty Zoomer's hands. And then if we take a look at Unit Lost, go back and take a look over here at Unit Lost Gaming, who is Stylosa Rule Britannia. They're the humans, who are pretty much the same as they're a very balanced team, just like the Orcs are. So they have 6 linemen, who with pretty basic stats. Then they have Blitzers, who all have block as well, just like the Orcs, and I think they're pretty much the exact same as the Orc Blitzers. Then they have a Thrower, who I think has 1 more movement than the Orc Thrower did. And they also have a Catcher, who has dodge and catch. So Isaac Newton, it's possible he can make some big plays against the Orcs. You never know. We're going to see. I think this is going to be another really even matchup. I think it could go down to the wire. And I'm glad these two got matched up against each other first. I think that'll be a very balanced game. Then we have Total Biscuits Mad Bombers taking on Tales of Lumens, Tales of Rats. And as you can see, TB has a lot of variety on this team. He has 2 trolls, so 2 big trolls who are very strong but really stupid, and loners and always hungry, but they can hurt people. Then he's got the Bombardier, who has the secret weapon of a Bombardier. May throw a bomb instead of taking any other action. This is made out of sequence. The bomb is thrown like the ball. However, the Bombardier may not take any other action before throwing. The bomb explodes if it is fumbled when it lands or when someone fails to catch it, knocking anyone in the square over. Any player in adjacent squares are hit on a 4+, making armor and injury rolls for anyone knocked over, but star player points are not earned for casualties. So, all his players, his Looney has a chainsaw, and his above board Pogoer has a pogo stick, and his Fanatic has a ball and chain. So all of these weapons are illegal, and there's a possibility of him getting taken, his players getting like taken out of the game or having their weapons removed. But if he gets some good rolls, he can do some crazy damage, especially to the Rat team, who has very weak players. Then he's got all his Goblins, who are just normal Goblins. So let's take a look at Tales of Lumen, who over here has the Skaven. He has a Rat Ogre, so he's got a big guy in the middle. He's got 2 Storm Vermins, who are the Blitzers on his team. They have block. They're 7 movements, so they're pretty nice Blitzers to have with such high movement. He's got the Thrower. He's got the Gutter Runners, who are one of the best players in the game, with 9 movement and 4 agility. Their downfall is their very low strength and armor, and they die easily. So I feel like TB is going to be gunning for them, or should I say bombing for them, or chainsawing them. I'm looking forward to this game because I just want to see TB and how he's going to attack the Tales of Rats team. But in retrospect, I feel like if Tales of Lumen can stay away from TB and not play to TB's strengths, I think he can get a win here. I'm gonna say Tales of Lumen wins this one 1-0. I'm gonna go 1-0 Tales of Lumen. And finally, we have the Wood Elves, Would Not Bang, coached by Strippin, taking on myself, the Dark Rainbows. This is gonna be a good matchup because we practiced against each other with these teams, and it was, I believe it was 2-1, but I almost tied it at 2-2. He actually won. I was, of course, training him, so I mean, I wasn't going like all out or anything, but Wood Elves are nice because they have 7 movement and 4 agility with all these players, so very, very agile, but they all have low armor, so they're easily injured. They also don't have any skills, his lineman at least. Then his thrower has pass, and his war dancers are extremely good with 8 movement, 3 strength, 4 agility, and they have block, dodge, and leap. So they got the blodge combo going on, which is very good. So it means you practically have to roll a defender down to take them down. And then leap, which allows him to jump over a square, so you can jump over players into cages. He can do all sorts of stuff, and it's going to be interesting. But let's head over to my team, the Dark Rainbows. And I got the Warpstone Troll, you know. I got my Blitzers who got block, and I got my 2 throwers. I got 2 throwers because I feel like I want to have the option of having both these guys pick up the ball, maybe throwing it back and forth between them. You know, I feel like I can get some chemistry or, you know, something good going there. Then I got the 2 linemen who are just, you know, they're linemen. And then I got my 5 goblins who may get the ball. I feel like some of these guys, like Shorty Smalls, could get the ball and just be very hard to tackle. Or you could see one of them get thrown down the field by Rick Troll and then get thrown the ball. You know, they may even just ignore him because he's just a small goblin. But you can't ignore him. You can't ignore Shorty Smalls. Then Sneaky the Shin Kicker is going to be kicking a lot of elf shins. I'm just saying. He's sneaky. He's Sneaky the Shin Kicker. How's this game going to turn out? You know what? I don't really know. I'd give this a 50-50 because I obviously have already lost to him in a practice game. I think it's going to be a great game. I think we're both capable of doing a lot, and I'm going to give 50-50. I think someone's going to win 2-1 though. It's going to be 2-1, but I don't know who it's going to be. I think it's a coin flip. Coin flip this game. I'm going to give this game of the week. Game of the week right here. I'm just kidding. All these games are really good. I also didn't do predictions on the first 2. So I had Knorr against, it was Force. Knorr against Force. Yeah, I already predicted that. Never mind. Or did I? I give Knorr the slight edge. And then the first game was Dodger against Northern Lion. You know what? I'm going to go upset pick Dodger. I'm going to say Dodger is going to pull out an upset. But I don't know. You never know. It's going to be a good week. We got Blood Bowl, Speed Bowl games coming up this week for you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Next week, we're going to have the whole highlight show, all the games that happen. Go check out everyone's channels in the description below. And look forward to more Blood Bowl. If you got any recommendations for stuff that could also be in the highlight show, like I'm going to be doing coach interviews, players of the week, plays of the week, all that type of stuff, leave that in the comments below. And we'll see. We'll see if those make it in. Okay? Okay. Bye.